Long story short, the newest Star Wars show Ahsoka just premiered with 2 episodes, and right off the bat, everyone jumped back on the hate bandwagon. It feels as though people are getting even more nitpicky every time a new show comes out. I mean, people are even getting annoyed that some of the bricks on the walls in Andor looked a bit weird. Like, bro, who cares? It ain't called Brick Wars, my guy. But now the hate really is getting out of hand at this point. Spoilers ahead. At the end of Ahsoka episode 1, Sabine is fighting with a new Dark Jedi Padawan, Shin Hati, and she ends up getting stabbed through the stomach with a lightsaber, which we all know the brother Qui-Gon Jinn did in Phantom Menace, and we know how that ended up. R.I.P. my boy. But apparently in Sabine's case, she's absolutely fine. Just a scratch. Little scar. Yeah, it's not like it melted my insides or anything, because that's what they're supposed to do in the first place. She must have had an extra golden apple at hand. And basically, this is the main reason why everyone is up in arms about this show right now. Because this exact thing has happened so many times, and the character just comes out unscathed, and it's like, what's even the point? Oh, you get stabbed, you're just fine. Then there's no danger to it. No character ever dies now, what? And it's kind of throwing a lot of shade at Qui-Gon Jinn, because my boy just got toasted. Like, my boy was just lying on the floor like, help me, just like dying, while Obi-Wan was fighting Mr. Spiky Head over there. Yeah, and the rest of them just brush it off like it's another day at the office. But if you think about it rationally, Sabine was given aid like right after it happened. Now, yes, I can see it's a bit of a get out of jail free card and can be considered bad writing, but I don't know why people are expecting these shows to be perfect and without problems. But if you actually look into it, mostly every show has its own problems. But it's just because right now it's the trendy thing to hate on Star Wars and Disney. So people are just like nitpicking, going through it, being like, that's a bad thing, that's a bad thing, and just making it so much bigger than it actually is. People are looking at every little error and think it's going to destroy the whole lore of Star Wars just because of this little thing that happened. But I think it is also mostly about Disney, because they've been flopping all over the place like a fish out of water. Every single movie coming out with its own controversy. And who doesn't love to watch a Kingdom Fall, right? But back to Star Wars. Another thing that people are saying is wrong with the show is that they aren't acting right. That the characters feel shallow and not showing enough emotion. So I'm guessing they're expecting the characters to be playing hokey pokey while simultaneously trying to save the galaxy from a murderous blue dude in a killer outfit. It's just like, bro, read the freaking room, man. The characters are written like that on purpose, and if you don't like it, go back to The Simpsons. Now, the people that I hate the most in this situation are the ones who don't even take the time out of their day to watch the show. But they hear bad opinions about it around the internet, and from that, they form their own opinion, which is based off of that, without actually watching the material. Which most of the time you couldn't be further from the truth. Because how can you say a show is bad and the whole thing's terrible before even laying your eyes on it? Like, when did low viewership automatically mean it's a bad show? I wish we were still in the days where a show actually being bad means it is actually bad. Like, for a quick example, Velma. That show was even worse than having that cramp in your leg when you feel like you're gonna die. And somehow it got massive praise and was given awards, and it was even greenlit for a season 2. What is the world on these days? But on the other side of that argument, it isn't to say that Star Wars hasn't been going down in quality. Because holy goddamn Jesus on the cross, it has, bro. The Obi-Wan show was a mess with a few good moments. The Boba Fett show felt like a fever dream where Boba Fett just suddenly switched personalities. And the Mando season 3 was literally side quest the series. Like, I'd rather do 20 fetch side quests in Skyrim than watch that whole season all over again. But all of this doesn't mean we have to bombard a show before it can even get a third way through the season. People just need to give them a chance. Otherwise, what are we gonna do? Just keep hating on them until they stop making shows? Like, is that what people really want? What are your thoughts on this? I've been Ramossethemost. If you like that video, click this next one for more stupid takes and dumb ideas. David Tennant, Doctor Who.